Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Now, before we get started, please follow me on Twitter at @SensTalk_. I greatly appreciate the support there. Now, before we get into today's video, I have a little bit of a programming update. This video is being recorded on November 26th. And speaking of that, happy Thanksgiving to all Americans that celebrate it. But I'm recording this a week after it's being uploaded. I'm sure I'm recording it sometime in the first week of December. Because I'm having my wisdom teeth pulled tomorrow. It's a routine surgery, but just in case there's any sort of complication post-surgery, I want to make sure I have content to post for you guys. So you're seeing this video. You're also going to probably get, in the next week or two, post this video, interview with former Team Canada goaltender Zach Fucale, who just recently signed with the Washington Capitals organization. I'm still working out the details with him, but if I can get the interview done by tonight, before tomorrow's surgery, that one will be out within the next 2 weeks for the Best of 7 podcast, and of course here on Sens Talk. And if there's no complications post-surgery, I'll be able to probably upload a video close or a little bit after this video is uploaded, about the Sens Weekly Update Part 2. We just had Part 1 about a week and a bit ago, and it would have been uploaded probably November 29th or 30th, Part 2, but thanks to my surgery that's happening, that's just not going to be possible. So, probably December, if things work out well, December 6th is around there, is likely for Sens Weekly Update Part 2. So stay tuned for that. Now let's talk. Craig Anderson. Should his number 41 be sent to the rafters at the Canadian Tire Center? Let's get into it. The Sens acquired Craig Anderson from the Colorado Avalanche on February 18th, 2011, in exchange for the Moose, Brian Elliott, and he made an immediate impact with the Ottawa Senators. He posted a 1-0 shootout win over the rival Maple Leafs, stopping 47 shots. 47 saves in his first game as an Ottawa Senator, and that was just the beginning on a great career in the Senators organization. It really foreshadowed the future of what he would do with the Sens. Now, in 10 seasons with the Ottawa Senators, Craig Anderson played in 435 games, compiling a 202 win, 168 and 46 record, with a .914 save percentage and a .284 goals against average with 28 shutouts. Let me reiterate that. In 435 games, 202 wins, .914 save percentage, 284 goals against average. Not bad. In 40 playoff games, this is where Beast Mode, his nickname, really comes to play. In 40 playoff games with the Ottawa Senators, Craig Anderson compiled a 21-18 record, with a .928 save percentage and a 2.30 goals against average with 3 shutouts as well. What's important to mention about this is in every single series except 2013 against the Penguins and maybe 2017 against the Rangers, he was a little shaky there too. Besides those 2 series, Anderson was amazing in the playoffs. Every single series. 2012 against the Rangers, he was fantastic. Like, literally every game. He was battling with Henrik Lundqvist in 2012. Every single game was a 1-goal game in 2012. That tells you what you need to know about Craig Anderson. He was battling with Henrik Lundqvist. On top of that, we're going to get to this, but he led the Sens to a conference final appearance in 2017. Anderson in the playoffs is just another animal. And, overall, Anderson in his prime, like 2014, 2013, in that area, like 2013, 2017, in that area, Anderson, or even 2012 you can include, Anderson was, in my opinion, a top 10, top 15 goaltender in the league, but he didn't get enough recognition and, more importantly, kudos that he deserved. No one really spoke about him as an elite goaltender, but there were times, as these numbers show, that he was an elite goaltender. Like, come on, a .928 save percentage, a 2.300 goals against average in 40 playoff games. Those are elite numbers, no matter who is the name on the back of the jersey. Now, Anderson, as well, is a franchise leader in many stats for the Senators, including games played with 435, wins with 202, and is second to the great Patrick Lalime in shutouts with 28. Keep in mind, Lalime, not great in the postseason. Anderson was, and most importantly, Patrick Lalime, a little shout out to you because I had a little bit of a little jab at you there. I'm going to give you a little bit of kudos. Your helmet is definitely number 2 all-time in Senators history. Number 1, of course, goes to the late Razor, Ray Emery. His Muhammad Ali helmet is legendary in the National Hockey League speaking circles, but the Senators, the Martian one with Liam, Muhammad Ali with Emery, the Senators have had some really, really creative goalies with their goalie helmets. More importantly, Dominic Hasek too in 2005 with the bucket. It's kind of funny how so many Senator goaltenders have had unique designs for their helmets. But let's get back into this about Craig Anderson. I've personally interviewed Craig Anderson and have been in touch with his wife Nicole for years. The Andersons are a top-class family, and I wish them all the success in the world. As I'm speaking right now, I'm sure I'm playing, my interview like 5-6 years ago now with Craig Anderson in front of 15,000 people or so at the Canadian Tire Center during the Sens Skills competition. Nicole Anderson has been following Sens Talk since I've had below 200 followers. She follows us on Instagram. She's been a longtime fan, I believe. We've been speaking for years. And, she's a great person. I've met Craig Anderson, of course, too. Especially once I interviewed him, of course, I met him. I don't speak highly about people like this often, but the Anderson family is really top class. They are a great, great family. They're a great group of people. Ottawa will miss them dearly. And you know what? It really is a shame that to see his era in Ottawa end. But if there's anyone that deserves another opportunity in the National Hockey League, it would be Craig Anderson. He's a great person. The family is a great family, and I wish them, of course, nothing but success moving forward. And I hope to see Anderson playing somewhere in the National Hockey League whenever next season begins. Now, let's speak about that 2017 season for Craig Anderson and his family. Craig Anderson in 2017 won the Bill Masterton Trophy for his terrific performance throughout the season and his battle through adversity. All while his wife, Nicole, was going through treatment for breast cancer, which, thank God, she successfully kicked the ass of. Speaking of the 2017 season, he willed the Sanders to an Eastern Conference final appearance, which we all know ended in double overtime. Just take a moment of silence there for that season, because that's when everything went downhill until things were looking up again. We went really downhill there, and then things were looking up again. But that was the beginning of a deep decline in Sens hockey. Now, his dominance willed the Sens to being one goal away from a final showdown with the Predators. By the way, the Penguins did end up winning that Stanley Cup. Sens lost to the Cup winners in the conference finals, which stings a lot. And more importantly, the way the Preds were playing and the way Pekka Rinne was playing in that Stanley Cup final, I really would like to say that Ottawa had a really good chance of taking down the Predators. But hey, you know what? I'm biased and I'm somewhat biased, obviously, if you couldn't tell. So I'm obviously going to say I think the Sens had a good shot winning that cup in 2017, but we'll never know. Unfortunately, thanks to you, Chris Kunitz. I hate you forever. Now, during that run in 2017, he suffered with an injured back and, of course, more importantly, helped his wife Nicole in her fight against cancer, which I'm sure was mentally, physically, and emotionally draining on the whole family, and especially for Nicole, making the 2017 run even more incredible. Anderson provided stability for the Sens between the pipes for a decade and was loved by every single person in Ottawa. It was a normal occurrence every single Senators game that numerous times throughout the game there would be a large portion of the Sens fan base in the Canadian Tire Center chanting Andy, Andy, Andy. That would have happened at least 2-3 times per game because Anderson. It was pretty common for Anderson to make some incredible stops throughout the game, and if he didn't, Anderson, sometimes even more the Erik Karlsson, got the loudest ovation during the pregame, ceremony, whatever you want to call it, where they were, announcing the roster for that game. Anderson always got a warm reception because the city of Ottawa loves him and the family, and even then they were chanting his name because Craig Anderson is certainly a legend in the city of Ottawa and in the Sanders organization. Now, like I said, he was loved by everyone in Ottawa, and the Anderson family was great on and off the ice, and we will miss them dearly. Like, honestly, we will miss them so much. They were the definition of top class. Ottawa, remember this, Ottawa will always be home for the Andersons. Always. We will always welcome you guys back. Now, Noah Luden, Vice President of Sens Talk, had this to say about Craig Anderson and whether his number should be retired. No one can wear number 41 for the Sanders and have the impact Craig Anderson did on the franchise. I believe Noah Luden as well believes that Anderson should have his number 41 retired. Here's what I think. To retire a number, that player must be Hall of Fame worthy. That being said, if the Sens retired Anderson's number 41, I wouldn't be upset. Frankly, I'd be happy. But I'd also be a little shocked. Because while Anderson is undoubtedly the best goaltender in franchise history, a ring of honor or statue seems to fit the bill here more. Not retiring number 41. Speaking of, a statue, I think it'd be really cool if Ottawa put, Alfie statue, Hossa, Redden, Chera, Andy, Neil, Phillips. It'd be really cool if they did something like the Leafs. I'll give credit where credit is due for the Leafs. It's really cool with the statues they have. Or is that near the arena? I don't live in Toronto, so is that near the arena or is that near the Hockey Hall of Fame? I can't remember, but I know they have statues near the arena So if Ottawa can do something like that, that'd be really cool. And I think that'd be a great way to honor Craig Anderson as well, because, like I said, Anderson was a great goaltender, but is he Hall of Fame worthy? No, I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy. I think he's a very, very good NHLer, and he was definitely the best goaltender in Sens franchise history, but he's not a Hall of Famer. And because of that, I think that's what you need to be retired, to get your number retired. I know Phillips is the odd exception, but if you look around the National Hockey League, give me 2 or 3 more examples besides Phillips of players that are not Hall of Fame worthy getting their numbers retired. It just doesn't happen often. So would I be happy if Anderson got his number retired? Yes. Is it unlikely? Yes. Should it happen? I don't think so. I think Ring of Honor or statue is more fitting to celebrate his career in Ottawa. But besides that, comment below. What do you think? I want to hear, and I can't wait to comment and respond to what you guys think about whether or not Anderson and his number 41 should be retired to the rafters in the Canadian Tire Center. So besides that, thank you all for watching. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Besides that, thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_. I greatly appreciate the support there. Like this video, share this video, share cool stuff. SensTalkCentral.com is our website. Like us on Facebook at SensTalk. And of course, click the red button down there, subscribe to us, and turn the notification bell on so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Hopefully there's no complications post-surgery, and I'll be able to see you guys for real very soon. But besides that, wish me luck on that surgery. Everything's going to be okay, but wish me luck, and hopefully very soon. Sens Weekly Update Part 2 will be out, but besides that, thank you all for watching. Stay safe during this whole COVID disaster, and we'll speak soon. Go Sens, go.